So if you open the material editor and in a new slot, we'll name this rug. And in the diffuse slot, we're going to add a fall off map. So our fall off map, all we want to do is alter this black and white colour. So in the black, we're just going to create a colour similar to this. So this is the parameters for this colour. We'll just OK that. And if we just copy this by right clicking and pasting in the white, we'll just go into the white one and just increase the value parameter just to make it brighter. Something round about there. Just OK that. So we scroll down to our mix curve and just right click on the top point, go to Bezier corner. We're just going to pull this down. Just something like that. You can see what's happened here in the material. So we just pull it back to normal. It's a lot brighter here. We just pull it down to this position. Just get a lot more of the dark colour. And the edges are just quite the bright colour we created. So that looks good. So we'll just apply this to our centre area of the rug. So in regards to the texture, what we want to do is go to a new material slot, go to Get Material, and we'll create a cellular map. So this is a standard cellular map. We'll just edit a few parameters here to make it useful for our displacement. So if you scroll down in the cellular options to cell characteristics, we'll just change the size to 2. If we alter the spread to around 0.2, that looks like a better displacement map for our rug. So that looks good. So if we add a V-Ray displacement modifier now, go up to modifiers, down to V-Ray displacement modifier. Just ensure that 3D mapping is selected, and we'll just drag our cellular map into the texture map slot here. Just ensure it's an instance in case we need to make any changes. I'll just update over here. If we keep going down to amount, we'll displace it by 10mm. Just ensure your shift is set to 0. So that's fine for the rug. For the outside area, I'm just going to use this black material we created earlier. So I'll just close that group. So one last thing I would like to look at is creating some wallpaper. So I have this tileable texture I created for the wallpaper. So what we'll do is we'll go to a new material slot and we'll just name this wallpaper. And in the diffuse slot, we'll just drag this in, like so. So if we select our material for our walls, we'll get the multi-sub back. And all we want to do is add another ID. So if we hit add, we'll have a third. So by selecting your walls, I'm going to edit poly, go to polygon, we're just going to change the ID of where the wallpaper will be. Just select all these polygons, scroll down in your edit poly menu, and set this ID to 3. So just ensure now we drag the wallpaper into ID 3, like so. Just going to show shading material in viewport, and there you go, we have a wallpaper on that wall now. So if you need to change anything where the geometry is just one piece, just ensure you're changing IDs and using a multi-sub object. So I'm quite happy now with the main materials created in the scene. There may be a few wee bits and pieces which we would like to look at creating new materials, but we're going to move on now to lighting the scene and preparing for rendering.